Hello, people. Today we are gathered here to look into the owner of Peace Airlines and Harry and Megzi. So there's this Nigerian businessman, and it's been reported in the press today that Harry and Megzi met with him. Now, this Nigerian businessman, I can't speak, is wanted in America for being naughty with money. So we're going to have a look into Harry and Megzi's relationship with him. We're also going to have a look at Harry and Megzi's response to the story. If you're new here, I work in layers. So I'm going to do one Celtic cross spread for their current relationship with this guy. And then we're going to look into how Megzi responds to the story. And then we're going to have a look into how Harry has responded to the story as well. Now, if you've been here for a while, you'll know that I predicted in my readings that they were going to be with some official or some government official that was going to basically be a tarnish. There's going to be a story or something coming out about this, about basically this. And it's transpired, and so it has happened. And I made these predictions before they went to Nigeria, by the way. So we'll see what else the cards can tell us about their relationship with this guy and how they're responding to this story. So if you are new here, please subscribe. Everyone else, if you can like and share my content about, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Let's get into it. So the owner of Peace Airways is wanted by the American authorities for something to do with money. Now, Peace Airways, it sounds really nice. Apparently, it's one of the worst rated airlines ever. It also gives the false impression it's quite like Peace Airlines, like they don't have a carbon emission. I mean, you know, it's all very fluffy, isn't it? So anyway, it's disingenuous as well. Peace Airlines. It's very disingenuous. But then again, they are connected to the Harkleverse. I want to say as well, I couldn't get a star sign for the owner of Peace Airways. He just has his year of birth listed on a website. And that's it. That's all I could find. So I can't place him necessarily well on the tarot table. But what I can do is read the energy. So I can look into that more. However, we do have a link to him potentially with the dodgy photographer with the 5 head. He was on the Nigerian tour. I also predicted that. And with him, he has got links to the Nigerian oil industry. And he was around Boris Becker. Remember, Boris Becker got into trouble with the tax authorities. Boris Becker, the tennis player, got in trouble with the tax authorities because of his dealings with Nigerian oil. Now, I only learned that a few months ago, but I've been saying that something's been coming. There's been dodgy people around the Harkles for some time. I predicted, like I said, something was going to come out this year about the Harkles being involved with somebody very dodgy within Hollywood, and we had P. Diddy. So, you know, let's see what the cards have to say about everything else. Let's go. Let us have a look. What is Harry and Meghan's current relationship? Is there any business dealings? What's going on? Okay, so they're waiting on something. There's something they're waiting on. They're waiting for something, an investment potentially. See what's crossing over. The Hanged Man, they are waiting for something. They're trying to be patient around something with this guy. There's definitely a business, something there. We've got the 7 of Pentacles underneath, which indicates to me that they have either offered an investment to him or he has offered an investment to them. So I think they're going to try and say, like, segue into doing something in Nigeria, like potentially it would be like infrastructure or something. Now, if I was Harry and Meghan, I wouldn't invest with this guy, but Harry and Meghan are not going to listen to me. There's an impatience here. They want the deal done, and they haven't learned anything from prior behavior. What's known about the situation? Knight of Pentacles. They're not interested in you, Megsy. They are only interested in Harry and the status Harry can bring. Yes, you might think it might be all about you, and Harry is technically the spare, but straight away, Knight of Pentacles, they are after Harry, status and cash. They think, and he thinks, that Harry can bring status and cash. They wanted to be seen with Harry. They wanted to be buoyed by this world famous person being next to them, improve them somewhat, improve their looks somewhat. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. They're going to buy. There's something here which is monetizing Harry and Megsy away from the royal family. There's something more here. Money is on the table here, guys. Somebody has a lack of funding, which could be either party. Let's be real. If you're wanted for something from in the US, in the United States, for money laundering, I think it was allegedly, then there is a money issue here. The Four of Pentacles, control of finances and being able to move on. Okay. Nine of Swords in reverse and regret. Okay. They have signed up to doing something with this dude. And they're going to find a way forward. Though I think there's stress there. There is regret. There is some element of regret or getting over regret, but there is some small stresses here. See how this is going to pan out. What do they want? Okay. And the Magician in reverse. This guy has promised the Harkles big things by the look of it. They want to be able to control a narrative, and they thought that this guy can bring them some control somehow. There's an impatience here, and there's somebody is wanting them to produce some money. With the Hanged Man crossing over, this is all about self-sacrifice and service. So they're probably being told, like, this will really help you guys. This will really pivot you guys forward. And the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Have Harry and Megsy got bitten off more they can chew with this guy? Has some dodgy dealing happened? I think something's happened. I think something really has happened, but they just get out and then not being able to get things on the table. And the Four of Swords is in reverse. Is this tied up with the Three Kings, an inheritance? So Megsy's wanting to make out like she's got some kind of Nigerian legacy, yeah? And that Four of Swords in reverse would suggest to me that there is something about legacy and a handing down of tradition. But it's corrupted. So is all of this to do with some dealings and some, you pat my back, I'll pat yours? We'll have three kings, you know, add that little biblical bit to it. But there's something here with this energy they're not going to be able to bring it together. We understand that, get that. That's complete harkles. And the Magician in reverse, that's bad juju. That is bad energy. That is, I can't bring things together. Things have keep falling through my fingers. We're looking at a business transaction. Technically, there's a lot of swords. There's only one cups. It's not a great cups that is on the table. We've got a disunity with the royal family. Let's dig into what Megsy's like, and then we'll see where we're going with this. That was the Ace of Wands. Let's see if something else drops out. It might drop out later. It might be in another position, but we'll see. Eight of Pentacles, not wanting to work, not wanting to learn. It's cheap ways of doing things. It's cutting corners. It's not having the nous and not learning from your past mistakes to apply your craft. She thinks that just showing up and being there, she can do it. She hasn't learned. With the Seven of Pentacles there as well, it suggests that they're expecting a deal. And with what's crossing over, the Hanged Man is crossing over. So when the Hanged Man's crossing over, it shows to me that they should have learned, but they haven't learned. And they're like this guy's expecting something from them as well. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So this is how she really feels about the story. She feels like this is some kind of damaging her reputation, damaging her image. She hasn't got, I mean, she's the second most unpopular celebrity in the world. She's only behind Amber Heard this year. And that takes some doing. Prince Harry's at number 4 least popular celebrity in the world. And like, people don't even see him. Well, certainly a lot of people don't see him as even being really royal anymore. That Nine of Pentacles is what Megsy, when it is in the upright, it's what Megsy wants to be seen as. But I always like to say, when the Nine of Pentacles from reverse, it's all fur and no knickers. And what I mean by that is she puts on a big show, but she hasn't got any like substance under her. She hasn't done the basics, you know. She can't afford the basics. She'll splash the cash on loads of different things, but she won't take care of basically the usual stuff that people take care of. So she's all very grand and pompous, but a lot of it is just show, is what I'm saying. And the Nine of Pentacles, when it is in the upright, it's what she wants to aspire to be. So she really wants to be this wealthy, affluent, standalone woman who's self-made, la 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 la. And this is why she hates Catherine so much, because Catherine just blows her out of the park in so many ways. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Star is in reverse. Okay, so she might be going off this deal. This could be an Aquarius around her though. With the Star in reverse, she might be feeling a little bit weirded out. She might be going a little bit cold. When the Star is in reverse, it's almost like this alien energy. It's kind of like you kind of disassociating a little bit. And the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. Yeah, it looks bad, Megsy. It looks really bad. Everybody can see the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. This guy could technically be bankrupt. The Nine of Wands is what's leaving the situation. So this is boundaries. And she's going to take a risk. Okay. And the risk isn't going to pay off. What's on her mind is the Hierophant when it comes to this. Now, the Hierophant is the Pope in this deck. And the Hierophant, to me, is it's tradition. it's learning, it's learned institutions, it's tradition institutions like high government, high courts, and monarchy. And she's in two minds about this whole thing. But is she going to, I think she's going to take a risk here with this dude. What she's hoping for. And there's the Five of Cups. They are worried about having regrets around this issue. And that's why the Five of Cups was in reverse surrounding her. If they do anything with this guy, they're going to regret it. They're going to regret knowing him. There's a risk here, though. This is what's coming up in the near future, a big risk. This is walking off that cliff and say, oh, I'm trusting the universe. And it's like a sheer drop onto like rocks. You know, this is a big mistake. But she won't listen. The High Priestess in reverse is she's worried about some secrets coming out. And she's trying to stop stuff coming out. So I feel there's a lot more to what went on in Nigeria that she doesn't want the press to know. Now, the press can find out stuff like that. And they should find out stuff like that if they do their due diligence. But I feel like there's something else here, because she's instantly, how she feels about this story is she's wanting to stop. She's hoping for nothing else to come out about the trip. So who they've met and what they've done in Nigeria, they've potentially, through this guy, I would say that they have actually met other people as well and got on board with other things. Let's have a look at Harry's energy. This is why I use multiple spreads. It's because we get repeaters and we get themes and we can better see. Let's have a look what's on reverse for Harry. So this is Harry burning away of the old. Something's really happened with the royal family, you know. Like, I think after it was announced King Charles's condition, after that was announced, and Harry went running back and went in, and the fact that the king refused to see him when he was here for grifters, the king is done, and Harry knows the king's done. He knows he's burnt all of his bridges. So there's something about this Nigerian trip with linking up with people and networking and all those lame things that people do to social climb. That is, yeah. There's the Five of Cups again. They are nervous about this. Harry is particularly nervous about this. The Hierophant in reverse. And the Fool underneath. Yes, it's high risk. There's the Fool again. There's two fools on this table. Called Harry and Meghan by the feel of things. The Hierophant in reverse, I'm wondering if Harry is worried about this stuff coming out because of his visa status and because of this guy not being very popular with the US authorities. Let's put it that way. That Hierophant in reverse could also mean that Harry's also worried about the monarchy's reaction to this story. But I thought, and there's the Ace of Pentacles in reverse as well. Somebody that's leaving the situation, and that's above the situation for what Megacy's thinking about it right now. Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's spewing cash left, right, and center. They really thought that this was going to get like better somehow. But I think Harry's moved on for the fact that this guy is in legal trouble from, like, Megsy's focusing on the money, and Harry's kind of processed the fact that this guy's up to no good, or has been accused of being things and up to no good. And the Ace of Pentacles. Oof. Okay, you come out. You wanted to come out. You jumped out. The Three of Wands. Harry's going to try and break off from the deal, I feel. Interesting. Because we've got the risk there with Megsy, and Megsy wanting to take the risk. But Harry wants to break off from the deal. Could this be that Harry, that if you break off from the deal, that some people in Nigeria aren't going to be happy and they're going to try and kind of like expose them? Knight of Cups is what's on his mind. He's getting lit today. And there's the Eight of Swords. Trying to get out of it now, eh? I think Megsy's going to force him to do it, you know. What's on his mind? Okay. The Devil. And there's the Five of Pentacles on the outside. Wow, okay. That is the whole Megxit card being completely on the outside. I feel like they're going to try and distance themselves from this guy, but also still go through with the deal. The reason I'm saying that they will go through with whatever they're getting up to with this dude is the Three of Wands is in reverse for Harry, and a risk is there for Megsy with the Fool in reverse, a big risk. I feel with the Eight of Swords in reverse as well there, I feel like they're going to kind of try to kind of separate themselves a little bit from it, but I still think that risk is there and they're going to go through with it. And that's going to further disengage and further vex people in the UK. And that's not that people in the UK have any claim to Harry and Megsy, but they are using UK titles and UK associations to kind of drift this stuff. The Five of Pentacles is in reverse. This is all end really badly, guys. Really badly. Harry is already worried about the government and potentially the royals as well. With the Ten of Pentacles at the start of the reading also being in reverse, they're going to say that they were forced out of the royal family, so they've had to being forced to get into bed with these people, which is absolute dross. There's always these people out there that want to social climb, that want to come off, like, that kind of drift away and whatever. Yeah. It's not good. This dude is a lot worse than I think. And Harry is worried with that devil energy, this obsession and control, that maybe they've bit off more than they can chew in Nigeria. And Megsy is a little bit concerned as well. But money. That's what they want. They want money. So there might be some distancing, but don't believe them. There could well be some distancing. What he's thinking about the devil, these obsessional thoughts, he could be thinking he could get more off than he can chew, or he could well go back to what he has always done and somehow blame the British press for this. I don't know how he can make that reach, but there's the potential there because the devil is there. And the one thing Harry is obsessive about is the British press and people who don't like him on the internet. that's basically, he is obsessed by it. He just can't let it go. If I was advising them, I'd tell them to drop it and leave well clear, because the Fool is in reverse. But when you're dealing with people who was, I think it came out as the King of Swords in reverse when I did the readings, and that King of Swords in reverse, it's crooked businessman, completely crooked. This guy is really like, no, it's not good, man. They need to step back from him. But that is what I see in the cards. Of course, they're not going to wholly step back, because God save the ka-ching. They want money. What do you guys think? What do you think of the cards? It's not great, is it? I mean, you know, what can you do? You can't argue with stupid sometimes. Anyway, guys, lots of love to everyone, and I'll see you all really soon for another reading. Take care of yourselves. Bye, everyone.